you going?
Yeah, good. Thanks, Hannah. How are you?
Yeah, good, thanks. I guess back in Socceroos camp, and you've had a little bit of you've been playing a fair bit in Belgium. How exciting is this opportunity for you coming in? Aaron Mooy's retired to really step up
Recording in progress.
in midfield ahead of a really busy time for Socceroos.
Yeah, it's really exciting. Obviously, playing again in Europe. Yeah, it's really enjoying it and enjoying being at my new club. But yeah, like you said, the midfield here, obviously with Aaron Mooy leaving, there is a bit of a replacement phase to happen, and I think the quality of the players that we have coming through, is really exciting.
Follow up, or just it's not been an easy start, Aiden, in Belgium. How's that been? Like, not got the win yet. I know you're playing a lot, but I imagine it's a pretty difficult and different challenge. How's that sort of set you up as well, heading into this time with the national team?
Yeah, my fitness is obviously really good. I've been playing a lot of minutes. It's obviously very tough. We've been quite unlucky, quite a few games not to get the 3 points. We've had 3 draws now, and yeah, I mean the expectation at a big club like Standard Liège is winning games. We're working on that, and yeah, it'll come. There's a lot of growth and a lot of work to be done with the team, but yeah, it will happen, and we will get results. So yeah.
And Vince?
Yes, Aiden, tell us about how you're going. Tell us about the camp in Mexico and the facilities. It's the Dallas Cowboys Stadium, right? So what's that like, and what's the challenge of taking on Mexico?
Yeah, we actually haven't seen the facility yet, but I think most of us boys have probably looked it up on the internet already. It looks magnificent, and we're all excited to play there against Mexico, which are a good team as well. But yeah, it's really exciting to be here in America, with the boys and this special group again.
And in terms of your football, I mean, you've only been there a few months, I guess, but does it change your perspective on football when you go to a new league and meet a new coach? And also, you've gone from a dominant team to one that's, it's a challenge now for you to get some wins?
Yeah, it's all part of football. You're not always going to be in a dominant team, or some players might be, but yeah, it's a challenge, and a challenge that I wanted as a person and as a footballer as well, to grow and improve as a player, and making this step to back over to Europe and a really good league in Belgium is something that I'm really enjoying, and yeah, just trying to take in my stride.
Thanks, Vince. Luke, over to you.
Hey, Eden, how you going? Just a little bit more on just what Vince was talking about there. Just what are the main differences you've noticed in terms of how you approach your game, being there in Belgium? Obviously, everyone wants to go overseas to become a better player. So what are the things you think you've learned already over there that you've added to your game that then can help you at international level?
I'd probably say the speed of play. That what I've found in the international games as well, as the league in Belgium is the speed of play and the time on the ball. You just definitely don't get that time, and yeah, you've just got to make sure that you're on it, because they've got some very good players in the league there, and yeah, so you've got to improve as a player, that's for sure.
And just with the schedule ahead of the Asian Cup there, and I know you just touched on Aaron before, but for guys like you and Keanu and Cammy, does this really feel like the moment where you guys can step up and not just be guys that are new to the Socceroos squad now and trying to impress Arnie, but guys that are stepping into roles and playing regular minutes at the national team and driving this side towards the next World Cup?
Yeah, I mean, definitely, we're all looking at that spot, and there's quite a few of us. And I think what is important as well is that we're playing for our club and playing consistent football and in good form as well. But yeah, it's such a good group to be involved with. We come here and we just enjoy ourselves so much and just really push each other.
And And Marco, over to you.
Hey, Aiden, how you going? You hear me right?
Yeah, I got you, mate. Good, thanks.
Sorry, mate. Yeah, no, just from what you were saying before about going to like Belgium, like obviously, you know, you played in the what's the name, Premier League when you were like 18, I think, and played in the lower leagues in like England. So being away from home, being by yourself, you know, you're sort of used to that. Has that better prepared you for now, for when you're going back to now being back in like, you know, Europe as, you know, you're still young, but you're, you know, quite sort of, I guess, you know, mature for like age in terms of playing and your experience, and also has that helped in terms of the elevation to the, you know, what's the name, Socceroo squad this year?
Yeah, obviously going over when I went over at a young age of 14, it's pretty confronting, and you know, going through the ranks there at Burnley and you know, making my debut in the Premier League. Yeah, it's big, and you know, you take a lot of experience and you learn a lot of things at that age. And I think now, you know, obviously moving back overseas to Belgium, you know, I can take a lot of lessons that I've learnt from, you know, my younger age, and yeah, put that in place. But yeah, I'm just, you know, really enjoying it overseas at the moment.
And mate, Geordie Boss, he's not in this squad, but have you seen him over there much at all? And how's he going? Is it good having, like, do you guys speak sort of, you know much over there?
Yeah, we keep in contact. I said to him that we'll catch up after this camp and get together and have a dinner.
Thanks, mate.
Tom?
Aiden, you've not had it easy, have you? The international career so far. You've had Ecuador, Argentina, and now potentially Mexico. None of these smaller teams to get used to it. But how quickly have you been able to feel comfortable, you know, tackling such high caliber opposition?
I think with the group that we have, and you know, obviously how well they did at the World Cup, I think it's, you know, warranted these big games that we're playing. You know, top opposition. You know, on the international stage, I think, you know, it's because of how well they did. So yeah, I mean, I think everyone wants to play against the big nations, and yeah, it's what we want and where we want to be and what we strive, you know, to be really. Well, we aim to, you know, win every game that we play in. So that's our mindset going into every game.
You mentioned Aaron's retirement. It really is the end of an era in that sense. What were your impressions of him as a player, playing, you know, to some degree alongside him? But and how much do you think you can take on that mantle and begin a new era?
I mean, yeah, you know, he was a very special player for Australia, and you know, the career he had overseas as well. I mean, I think all of us in the squad now, you know, strive to, you know, be the player that he was. Obviously, all looking up to him, and yeah, I mean, if we can, you know, be as good as him one day, you know, that's what we all aim to do.
Thanks, guys. We might just wrap it there unless anyone's got any further questions for Aiden.
I just got one, Matt. Aiden, it sounds like it's going to be a super hostile environment, big crowd, very pro-Mexico. Is that something you embrace? Is it a challenge? How do you look at it? Because I think it'll be pretty intimidating out there. Yeah,
well, our fans at Standard Liège, you know, the teams coming to our home ground, they're very intimidating. So, you know, the last few weeks, you know, the games that we've been playing have been, you know, unbelievable atmospheres, if not some of the best I've played in front of. So, yeah, I think everyone here will just enjoy it and lap it up, and yeah, and we'll probably use it for us in our advantage. So, yeah.
And Tom?
Aiden, can I just ask? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, Aiden, I was just going to say you were in the vanguard of this. I think this is a record-breaking window for transfers from Australia to Europe. It must be pretty pleasing to be part of such a broad wave of talent that's been able to make the move across. Yeah,
definitely. I think it's really exciting for Australian football that, you know, so many Aussies are now playing overseas, in very competitive leagues in Europe. You know, I think it's credit to the Australian, you know, football and the direction it's going. And I think the more players that get overseas, you know, the more it's going to benefit the national team.
And Benz, one last one from you.
It was, thank you. Sorry, it was actually similar to Smithy's, but how do you sum up the young Socceroos coming through at the moment, including yourself? You all seem pretty confident in playing these big teams like Mexico. How well are we being set up for what's to come in the next World Cup cycle and Asian Cup and those sorts of things?
Yeah, I think, you know, the experience that you get playing against, you know, good teams and good opposition on the, you know, international stages, you know, what you dream of doing. You know, it's obviously a massive privilege to be here as well. And yeah, I mean, playing these caliber teams is perfect for the experience and